Great British Baking Show is in full swing. Let's bake something for week 3. Historically, week 3 is almost always bread week, and you know what? This week I'm going to actually follow the brief. That's right, nothing out of left field like pie for cake week, and nothing cheeky like biscuits for biscuit week. Just a lovely loaf of sandwich bread because it's what I was in the mood for. Once again, I am employing a recipe from King Arthur Flour, this time their Japanese-style milk bread. In my last apartment in Austin, I resolved not to buy bread anymore. If I wanted bread, I had to make it from scratch, and this was the recipe I used almost every week. I always appreciate any baked goods that don't require a lot of pre-planning. Like you don't have to set out any ingredients to come to room temp prior to baking. The ingredients, the most exotic of which is dehydrated milk powder, can easily be sourced at most grocery stores. And even though I used a stand mixer, you can of course knead your dough with your hands. This is the bread of spontaneous people who just feel like some bread. All you need are your ingredients, your mitts, and 3 or 4 hours of your day. Time is the key ingredient of quality bread, but that's okay with me. While I wait for my dough to rise and prove and bake, I can binge watch some TV, I can knit, or I can do what I did today and make some more bread. That's right, this week I'm making 2 different kinds of bread. Surprise! I am making King Arthur Flour's legendary beautiful burger buns. It's a recipe I've employed many times in the past for everything from sloppy joes to pulled pork and barbecued jackfruit. The recipe technically yields 8 buns total, but that bread ratio is a little much for me, so I usually divide the dough into 12 portions. Once again, this is a bread recipe that comes together in a couple of hours. No fiddling with any sourdough starters. No fancy equipment required. A mere 2 or 3 hours later and you get this gorgeousness. Look at how sexy these are. Good golly. Everyone, behold my shiny buns. Oh crap, I have bread in the oven! Now unfortunately your bread does need to cool before you can slice it. So once again, I recommend starting your baked good projects late at night so that you can have it for breakfast in the morning. There are few things in this world more delicious than fresh bread with some butter. But of course this makes some excellent toast, especially when paired with a side of bacon and your favorite coffee drink. For dinner I employed the buns for, well, burgers, paired with a lovely fresh cider. But as a snack I made my favorite PB&J. Now I know that burgers and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches don't sound super special, but an easy way to elevate them both is by baking your own bread from scratch. And these recipes make homemade bread and buns more accessible than ever. They're both simple, easy, and super delicious. I can't emphasize that enough. Bread making isn't scary, and it's the perfect snack for watching Bake Off. See y'all real soon for week 4.